Hey guys, so I guess today is going to be more of a serious-ish video. It kind of came up from all of the Amanda Todd suicide posts about bullying and all of that. I'm not going to bring up that topic right now, the Amanda Todd suicide. I'm bringing it up, but just to say I'm not bringing it up. Not really making sense. I don't want to get into arguments and stuff, since everybody I've seen talking about it has just been fighting constantly, and I do not want to be a part of that. I'll just keep opinions and everything else to myself. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is bullying and just random things, I guess, associated with that. So bullying, there's tons of different variations of it, obviously. There's emotional, where people just call you names, they never actually harm you, and of course there's physical, where they're beating you up every day, or just picking on you, shoving you, anything like that. And obviously none of it's okay, but there's also the factor that it's probably honestly never going to stop. As sad as that is, and as much as I hate knowing that, it's never going to stop. Teachers and parents can put a stop to maybe one or two kids that have been bullying other people around the schools or whatnot, but there's hundreds and thousands of other kids that are bullying, and nothing's being done about it. I know for a fact at my school, my high school, before I went to internet school, because of bullying, nothing too severe was happening at my school that I'm aware of anyways, but I know there was nothing about really awareness, like bullying awareness, or even depression, self-harm, all of those taboo, controversial subjects. They were rarely brought up in my high school, when I honestly think they should have been, instead of just having random assemblies that were pretty much pointless. I mean, it probably could have helped a lot. Just in my opinion, I think it would have helped maybe even a little bit. But I guess my story is definitely not as bad as others. I guess I'm not really trying to have a competition here. I hate that more than anything, trying to compete with whose problems are worse and who has it worse and all that. I can't stand it. High school, I was not a popular kid. Middle school either. I didn't have that many friends. I had a small group of friends who eventually disbanded because of fighting and just really stupid, immature things, now that I think about it. But there were a lot of kids that made fun of me constantly for being different. I mean, I was into that whole, like, uber, holy god, I'm emo type thing. Like, it was pretty bad. But that still shouldn't give kids an excuse to make fun of you walking down the halls, like, laugh at you, talk behind your back, all of that. I know there's, like, a few certain people that, unfortunately, and somehow, I swear to God, like, there was a conspiracy or something, I don't know, but I would take Spanish every single year in high school, and every year, I would have the same exact couple of kids, like, or few kids, like 3 or 4 dudes, and a couple of girls, whatever, that would always make fun of my group of friends and I, like, all the time. No matter what we did, they would laugh at what we said, they would make fun of how I dressed, how I looked, just everything. And I'm a really sensitive person, like, it's almost ridiculous. I'm surprised people can tolerate me most of the time. I mean, I've gotten better since then, but at the time, I was really sensitive, really insecure. I had a lot of problems. I was dealing with, like, coming into depression. I even started going to therapy for I think around 6 months, I think. Yeah, about half a year. It was a while. Nobody ever found out about that, though. Nobody ever made fun of me for it, since they didn't know, which was awesome. But, yeah, kids are mean. Like, I will never be able to understand how someone can just stand in a hall and tell kids, you're fat, you're ugly, you're a whore, slut, skank, all those different things, and then feel fine about it afterwards. It's like, yes, I know some kids that bully are insecure, whatever, they have their own family problems, but that will never give you the right to make someone else's life a living hell. I don't care what you're going through. You should never make someone feel bad enough to the point where they don't want to come to school, they end up hating themselves, feeling depressed, they start self-harming. That's one subject I'm not going to get into, but it's a very serious subject for me. But I eventually ended up leaving high school when I was going to be going into my senior year because I just didn't want to go back at all. I hated being there every single day, walking through the halls, only having a couple friends, which I didn't have any classes with, which was horrible. I mean, I remember my chemistry class, it was full of all the super popular people, and I would just be sitting there, and my teacher would, of course, say the whole, alright kids, go find a group, and start your projects, and I would just sit in my chair, not even move, and just watch everybody go into their own groups with all their friends, and I would just sit there alone. It was always really hard going to that class. I really hated being in that class. But yeah, I ended up leaving and going to, like, doing an online school. I actually graduated this year, a couple years late, but whatever. I did it anyways. But I'm really proud of all the kids that are actually brave enough to stick it out and stay at their schools, even if they leave, they are still brave enough to stay here on this planet alive instead of taking their own lives. I will never say suicide is cowardly, selfish, any of that, but again, don't really want to get too much into that subject, but I'm really proud of everybody that's still here and still fighting. I know it's really hard to do. I'm still dealing with a lot, trust me, but still here fighting, so yeah buddy. And another thing I want to say is, do not be afraid to be yourself. Seriously. Like, that is probably the best possible thing you can do, is just to be yourself. I don't care if you like wearing girls' clothes if you're a boy. Freaking own it. Just own it. Own that mini skirt. Own those 3-inch heels, or 4-inch, even 6-inch, I don't know, that I could probably never pull off as well as you can. Draw all your comics, play all your video games, wear whatever you want, do your makeup however you want. Just be you. I'm probably one of the biggest weirdos and freaks I know. Like, I'm just odd. I'm awkward, socially awkward. Even by myself, I'm awkward. I don't even know how that's possible, but it is. I'm still completely and utterly obsessed with Pokemon. I'm 20 years old, and I still play that game like I'm, like, 9. I obsess about it. I even have a document on my computer right now with a list of all the ones I have so far from the new game, and, alright, we're just gonna leave that alone. We're just gonna leave it alone. Like, I'm weird, I'm inappropriate, I say really gross things, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm myself. I'm not trying to be someone I'm not to impress other people that I really shouldn't care about, and you should be doing the same thing, just being yourself. You should never have to impress anybody in life. because what's the point? There really is none. Thank you for listening to me rant for forever, and I hope I helped in some odd and awkward way. I don't really know if this is gonna affect anybody, but maybe it will, maybe it won't, I don't know. But, just keep doing your own thing. Just be yourself. God, whenever I say that, I picture, like, the mom from, Just Friends singing that one song. She's like, be yourself, be yourself. Yeah, see, I'm being weird right now. Okay, I'm gonna go, but leave any comments talking about your stories. Actually, no. Leave comments telling me, like, the weirdest thing about you. Like, what's really weird about you, but it makes you, you. Like, I want to hear it. I don't care how weird it is. Unless it's, like, super illegal or something, then maybe keep it to yourself. For your own safety, just tote it. Anyways, probably see you again next week or something, and stay strong, and just keep going. Thank you, and later.